French Revolution, one of the most important and influential events of world history. The first scene takes place at Versailles, in the palace of the French King Louis XVI. The king is meeting with his wife Queen Marie Antoinette and two of his ministers, Turgot and Necker. The year is 1789 and they are discussing the economic crisis that France is suffering.
Your Highness, my king, the royal finances are in terrible shape.
Yes, my king, Necker is right. The nation debts are rising higher and higher. We must cut expenses.
Turgot, and I agree. My king, we must tax the royal treasury. Your Highness, this is the only way to put the budget in order.
This is preposterous. Cut the royal expenses, tax the king and queen, preposterous.
True, our finances are in terrible shape. Louis XIV dreadfully mismanaged our money, and our loans to the Americans to help them in their fight against England did not help matters.
So true, Your Highness. We must tax the royal treasury and cut back on royal expeditions.
How dare you? We are the king and queen of France. How dare you tell us how we should spend the wealth that is our due?
My queen, I beg your pardon, but the people are very angry. There are many now who say that your life of luxury is slap in the face to the French people.
Outrageous! You forgot yourself, sir. Such talk is treasonous.
I will hear no more of this. I am the king. The people must accept the burdens without complaint. It is the will of God. Enough of such talks, I say.
The nobles, the clergy, the vendors and the king took the historic decision of burdening the third estate with all the taxes.
Taxes for using salt, tobacco and food.
We are also going to impose some taxes, tithe and tithe, which third estate have to pay.
We are being forced to render service to the Lord.
The burden of the tax should be divided among all the estate. Yes, it should be divided. The news that Louis XVI planned to impose further taxes on the state was not well received by the common man. Taxes! We will not pay! Taxes! We will not pay! Taxes! We will not pay! On the other hand, due to the increase in population, the demand for food increased. Production of food could not keep up with the demand. As a result, the price of bread increased, and due to the taxes, they had no money for food, so people got hungry.
Oh no, no bread? No bread?
No bread? We need bread! Leaders such as C.S. and D. Mirabeau speak passionately. Their words are inspired by Enlightenment ideas and by the example of recent American Revolution.
Gentlemen, French people can no longer suffer under debts and taxes. And why should the people suffer while the nobility is continue to enjoy their special privilege?
Yes, good D. Mirabeau. And the government continues to interfere with our businesses.
Man is born free, but everywhere he is in chains.
Yes, now let us forget the great achievement of our brothers in America who resisted tyranny and sent the King George packing.
Indeed, where would they have been without our support?
We must.
If we can help the Americans gain their freedom, we could help ourselves to the same.
We must form a national assembly where the voice of the people can be heard.
Yes, a national assembly, a constitution.
The French people, no longer willing to endure their suffering, called for a meeting of the French Parliament, which has not met since the year 1614. So a meeting is called and the third estate asked that a constitution be established. But the king announces each estate, first
second, and the third estate has one vote.
Because of this, the third estate always got outnumbered, and so they were angry. So they decided that since they were 98% of the population, they can go off to form their own government, make their own laws, and take over the running of the country. And so the National Assembly was formed. The king, now not knowing what to do, thought of the only possible solution to this and locked them out of their building.
Ha ha ha! I have locked you out of the building. What are you going to do about it?
We will probably go find different building that isn't locked. And the National Assembly did find another unlocked building just down the road, an indoor tennis court, where on 20th June 1789, they all took the tennis court oath pledging to continue meeting until the king gave in to their demand for more equality and economic reform. This new assembly included many of the most educated members of the Third Estate, two of them including Maximilian Robespierre and Georges Danton. Some members of the First Estate even joined this radical cause. Some of the men formed a radical new political party called the Jacobin Club.
Citizens, the king and the queen plotting against our revolution. We must fear our God. Robespierre is right. There are rumors that Antoine is communicating with the king of Prussia and with the king of Holy Roman Empire, asking them to invade France and overturn our revolution. These are dangerous steps. What is our National Assembly doing to protect our revolution?
Good question, Danton. The assembly members are nothing but a group of soldiers and normal dogs. They do not care all about the rights of common people. The people getting fearful ordered that the military force gathered in Paris. The Third Estate heard rumors of the gathering military force, and they feared the king was planning to round them up and arrest them. And the people got scared, and they decided they needed to arm themselves. So on 14 July 1789, they stormed the Bastille, which had weapons and etc. Now the people were armed and ready. So on October 5, a crowd of women decided to do something unprecedented. They decided they'd confront the king directly. The women marched all the way to the palace in Versailles and demanded an audience with the king. The king had no choice but to come out and talk to the crowd. He agreed to accept his new position, sharing power with the revolutionary government. So the constitution began with the Declaration of Rights. Majority of men and women in the 18th century could not read nor write. So images and symbols were frequently used instead of printed words to communicate important ideas. These symbols were used to convey the content of the Declaration of Rights.
The broken chain. Chains were used to fetter slaves. The broken chain stands for act of becoming free. Eye with a triangle radiating light. The all-seeing eye stands for knowledge. The rays of sun will dry away the clouds of ignorance.
Snake biting his tail to form a ring, symbol of eternity. A ring has neither beginning or nor end.
Bundle of rod or faces. One rod can easily broken, but not an entire bundle. Strength lies in unity.
Scepter, symbol of royal power.
The red Phrygian cap, a cap worn by a slave upon becoming free.
Blue, white, red, the national colors of France.
The winged woman, personification of law.
The law tablet. The law is same for all and all are equal before it.
With this constitution came another law, equality in execution, which is that all criminals, regardless of economic status, receive the same penalty, a quick and painless one. Soon after, the Jacobins planned an insurrection against the royal family. The trial of the king began on December 11.
Should the king be executed?
Yes, yes.
Is the king guilty?
Louis XVI was sentenced to death. Queen Marie Antoinette met the same fate. After the death of Louis XVI, France was in the control of Jacobins under the leadership of Maximilien Robespierre. He followed a policy of severe control and punished people recklessly. This was the start of the reign of terror.
Those who will not follow the laws, they will face a guillotine.
A guillotine is a device consisting of two poles and a blade in which a person is beheaded. It is named after Dr. Joseph Guillotine, who invented it. Annoyed citizens could not fade away the feeling of moderation. They decided to prosecute Robespierre by his own punishment technique, the guillotine. With Robespierre's death came the end of the terror. By 1795, France is at war with the kingdoms of Europe. A victorious general named Napoleon Bonaparte seizes power and becomes first consul of the Republic.
I will be the ruler of all European countries. Mark my words.
My king, what are you planning?
I am planning my next move. I will be the emperor of France and nothing would stop me.
In 1802, he is elected consul for life, and in 1804, he becomes emperor of France. His armies win victory after victory until Napoleon controls most of Europe.
General Bonaparte, we have defeated the Austrians in Italy. The people are calling for you to take power. Ha ha ha. The time has come. I will take control of France and expand our empire. My lord subjects, our enemies are still trained under the great achievements of our revolution. Our one-time friend Russia has now declared war against us. But with your support, I shall lead our armies into Russia and on to a victory. Long live the French Empire! Onward to Moscow! We'll defeat the Russians and expand our empire even further.
Napoleon leads his army 500 miles into Russia, all the way to the city of Moscow. His army finds there is a burning city set on fire by the Russians themselves so that its riches will not fall into French hands. So the Napoleon's army, short of supplies, has to retreat hundreds of miles through a bitter Russian winter. The large part of Napoleon's army dies from cold, starvation and disease.
My ambition has been my downfall. I have lost everything.
My Majesty, what will you do now?
I will go into exile and perhaps one day I will return to reclaim my throne.
As a result of this famous defeat, the European powers unite against Napoleon. In 1814, Napoleon is defeated and captured. king. Despite the restoration of the monarchy, the memory of the example of the French Revolution and its cry of liberty, equality and fraternity continues to inspire democrats and revolutionaries throughout the 19th and 20th centuries. We'd like to thank all of you for watching patiently. Now we'd like to introduce the cast. Firstly, the king, which was played by Arun Kumran. Next, the queen, played by Hansya. Nandakishore as the royal guard. Nihil as church minister. Nakul Praneshwar as Deemural. Harish as Robespierre. Sharon Jarsha as CA. Taranganapati as Danton. Deekshit as Rousseau. Fayaz as Napoleon. Anshika Sri as Saint-Chou. Ganesh as Marat, Ashila as Josephine, Aravind as Neckar, and Chelaperumal as Turgot and their royal ministers, Rohit as Baker, Santosh as messenger, Tariq, Varun, Siddharth, Balamukund, Matesh, Prakatish, Manoja, Roshni, Janani, Rajashri, Rupashri, Sahana and Sujatamani as peasants, Shopika, Roshini, Ashila, Omisha, Aisha Rifana, Rukshina, Guguneshwari, Rakshana, Nidarshana and Prinakars as nobles.